Today, on a very important day, as it turns out, we have the Mr. Kazuo Shi, the Executive Committee Chairperson for the Japan Communist Party, also a member of the House of Representatives. As by way of introduction, I think I can say that for as long as I've been in Japan, which is quite a long time, Mr. Shi has been prominent in representing and working for the cause of his party here in Japan, and has brought it, I think, to a stage where it now has an influential voice in the government. Today, I notice we have many cameras, more than usual. I suspect they've come here to follow up on the domestic scandals. However, Mr. Shi assures me that he talks about that every day if anybody's interested. Today, there has been some important movement in Japan relations and foreign policy, and he would like to concentrate on those problems, at least to begin with. We'll may be able to provoke him on domestic problems later on with your questions. Please.
こういう機会を与えていただいたことに感謝いたします。
I'm very grateful for the opportunity to be here with you today.
日本共産党の志位和夫でございます。
My name is Kazuo Shi of the Japanese Communist Party.
北朝鮮問題に対する日本共産党の立場と行動について今日はお話をさせていただきます。
Today I would like to speak about the position and actions of the Japanese Communist Party in regards to the North Korean issue.
4月6日、日本共産党は北朝鮮問題の解決に向け、関係6カ国、米国、韓国、中国、北朝鮮、日本、ロシアに宛てた要請文を発表し、関係国に伝達するとともに、在日大使などとの懇談を重ねてまいりました。
On the 6th of April of this month, the Communist Party of Japan, the Japanese Communist Party, put forward a statement in regards to the resolution of the situation on the Korean Peninsula, or the North Korean situation. We released these requests or demands to the 6 related countries, that is namely the United States, South Korea, China, North Korea, Japan, and Russia, and as well as conveying these information or our suggestions, our demands to them, we have also continued to have meetings with the relevant ambassadors here in Japan.
日本共産党は北朝鮮の核兵器ミサイル開発に断固反対する立場を取ってきました。
The Japanese Communist Party is strongly against the nuclear weapons and missile development of North Korea.
同時に破滅をもたらす戦争だけは絶対に引き起こしてはならないと訴えてまいりました。
At the same time, we have continued to appeal that a war which would bring about great devastation must be avoided at all costs. Such a war must not be allowed to happen.
この立場から問題の解決のためには経済制裁の強化と一体に対話による平和的解決を図ることが唯一の道だと主張してきました。
And therefore, from this position, we have continued to appeal that while also pursuing economic sanctions for resolution of this issue, at the same time, we must also pursue dialogue for the peaceful resolution of the issue. And this is the only path to achieve real resolution.
節々で党の声明や談話を発表し、関係各国及び日本政府に働きかけてきました。
We have continued to put forward party statements and messages in relation to this, and also conduct activities towards the government of Japan and other related countries for this purpose.
世界は私たちが求め続けてきた方向に劇的に動きつつあります。
Currently, the world is dramatically moving towards taking steps in the direction to which we have been calling for.
4月27日には南北首脳会談が行われます。
On April 27th, the Inter-Korean Summit between North and South Korea is planned to take place.
その後初の米朝首脳会談も行われる予定です。
And following this are plans for the first U.S.-North Korea leaders level summit.
今日日米首脳会談冒頭での米トランプ大統領の発言に 私は大変注目しております。
I am paying great attention to the initial statements which were made by President Trump at the opening of the summit between U.S. and Japan today.
彼はこう言ってます。韓国が北朝鮮と会談し、戦争終結ができるかどうかを議題とする。
And he has said that South Korea and North Korea have plans to meet to discuss whether they can bring an end to the war.
人々は朝鮮戦争が終わっていないことを理解していない。
So that people do not realize or do not understand that the Korean War has not ended.
現在も進行中だ。
It is going on right now.
彼らは戦争終結について議論中だ。
They are currently, or they are going to have talks in regards to how to end the war.
こうした交渉について私は支持していると。
And they have my blessing to conduct such talks.
南北首脳会談が非核化を議題にするだけでなく、戦争終結を議題にする。そしてトランプ大統領がそれを支持していると言明したことは大変重要な言明だと注目しております。
So the fact that for the upcoming Inter-Korean summit, the topics on the agenda will not only be denuclearization, but also how to end the Korean War, and the fact that Mr. Trump has expressed his support of this are very important points to which I'm paying great attention.
対話による平和的解決の歴史的チャンスが生まれていると考えます。
I believe that this is now a historic opportunity for peaceful resolution of this issue through dialogue.
私たちが今渡している要請文を作ったのは、この歴史的チャンスをぜひ生かしてほしいという思いからです。
And the reason which we have put forward this statement or requests as the Japanese Communist Party is because we hope that this chance can be utilized to the utmost.
要請文は6カ国の政府に同じ内容で要請しています。
And in our recommendations, in our statement, we are putting forward the same points urging for all 6 related countries.
要請文の作成にあたっては、各国政府の公式の言明、これまでの国際合意などを踏まえ、米国や北朝鮮を含めて、6カ国のすべてにとって受け入れ可能な内容になるよう心がけました。
And in putting forward this statement of recommendations, we have paid great attention to official positions and statements of each of the related countries, and also international agreements which have been reached until now as well. We have aimed to make sure that the contents can be something which would be accepted by all of the related 6 parties, including the United States and North Korea.
今後、対話と交渉を進めるにあたって特に重視してほしい2つの点を提起しています。
And there are 2 particular points which we are believing that they are key to pursuing further dialogue and negotiations.
第一は、朝鮮半島の非核化と北東アジア地域の平和体制の構築を一体的包括的に進めるということです。
The first of these is the promotion of denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula, and at the same time, the building of a permanent peace regime for Northeast Asia in an integrated and comprehensive manner.
北朝鮮の核武装はもとより絶対に容認できません。
Of course, the nuclear development, nuclear arms of North Korea is something which we cannot accept.
朝鮮半島の非核化は対話と交渉の最大の目標とすべきであることは言うまでもありません。
And of course, it is needless to say that the greatest objective of these dialogue and talks must be the denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula.
問題はそれをどうやったら実現できるかにあります。
The issue, however, is how to realize this.
要請文には次のように書きました。
In our joint statement, we have said the following.
非核化を進めるためには、朝鮮戦争の終結をはじめとする戦争と敵対に終止符を打ち、地域の平和体制を構築し、北朝鮮を含む関係国の安全保障上の懸念を解決することは不可欠です。
To promote the denuclearization process, it is also essential to put an end to the hostilities, including officially ending the Korean War, build a peace regime in the entire region, and resolve security concerns affecting the relevant countries.
米朝間では朝鮮戦争が国際法上いまだに継続しています。
In regards to, well, between the US and North Korea, the Korean War is still under international law ongoing.
休戦協定を結んでいるだけで戦争はなお終結していません。
While a ceasefire agreement was reached, the war itself is indeed still in process,
トランプ氏が言及した通りです。
just as Mr. Trump stated today.
その下で北朝鮮は核兵器がないと米国から攻撃されると言って核ミサイルの開発に突き進んできました。
And based upon this fact is the reason that North Korea has stated that because of the fear of being attacked by the United States, or it would be attacked by the United States if it did not have nuclear weapons, this is the reason given by the country for pursuing its development of nuclear weapons and missiles.
繰り返しますが、私たちはどんな理由であれ核兵器開発には絶対に反対です。
And to repeat myself, we are vehemently against any nuclear weapons development, no matter the reason.
同時に実際に非核化を進めようと思ったら戦争状態に終止符を打ち、北朝鮮に核兵器がなくても安全だと感じさせるような環境を作ることが必要です。
However, at the same time, if we do want to make true progress in denuclearization, we need to bring an end to the current situation of war and at the same time create an environment in which North Korea can feel or understand that it can have security without nuclear weapons.
具体的には南北、米朝、日朝の緊張緩和、関係改善、正常化を進める。 非核化と平和体制構築を一体的同時並行で進めてこそ、その両方を見逃せることができます。
And concretely, we believe that there needs to be a reduction of tensions, improvement of relations, and indeed normalization of relations between the two Koreas, North Korea and the United States, and North Korea and Japan. We need to have an integrated and simultaneous progress made towards denuclearization and the construction of a peace regime. And we need to look at how to bring realization to both of these in progress at the same time.
非核化のためには北朝鮮が膝を屈するまで圧力をかけ続けるべきだという議論があります。
There is a position or a stance which says in order to achieve denuclearization, we need to continue to put pressure on North Korea until they cave in.
しかし軍事を含む圧力一辺倒で対応すれば北朝鮮はますます強く核兵器を握りしめてしまうことになるでしょう。
However, if this pressure is continued, or the response is to continue this one-way pressure through including military means, then this will only lead to North Korea hanging on even more tightly to its nuclear weapons.
それは一触即発の危険な事態を作り出します。
And this has the potential of creating a, tinderbox situation.
非核化を強く求めながら、それと一体に地域の平和体制を作る。そのことによって北朝鮮を含む関係国の安全保障上の懸念を解決する。そうしてこそ解決の道が開かれるというのが私たちの考えです。
And we believe that while we should, of course, continue to strongly call for denuclearization and also the creation of a regional peace regime, we need to look at how we can respond to the security concerns of all related countries, including North Korea, in order to resolve this issue. And this is the true path to resolution.
ウィリアム・ペリー米国防長官が11日の東京都内での講演で過去の成功と失敗からどんな教訓が得られるかとして次のように語っています。
Recently, on the 11th of this month, during a speech given here in Tokyo, William Perry, the former Secretary of Defense of the United States, said the following in relation to what lessons we should learn from the past successes and failures.
私が学んだ教訓で最も大事なのは、なぜ北朝鮮が核開発をするのかを理解することだ。
The most important lesson which I have learned to date is the importance of understanding the reasons that North Korea has pursued its nuclear development.
我々が抑止力と呼ぶように、北朝鮮も自らの安全の保障を得ようとしている。
As we talk about deterrence, at the same time, North Korea is also trying or attempting to secure its or to guarantee its own security.
北朝鮮にとって経済は重要で改善させたいと思っているが、そのために彼らは安全保障を失う交渉はしない。
For North Korea, the economy is, of course, important, and they hope to achieve improvements in that field. However, to do that, they will not take part in negotiations in which they would lose their security.
私は北朝鮮問題の対応の最前線を担った ペリー氏が引き出したこの歴史的教訓に真剣に耳を傾けることが大切だと思います。
I believe that it is very important for us to seriously heed these lessons which have been shared by Mr. Perry, who has really led at the front line the response to the North Korean issue.
非核化と平和体制構築を一体的包括的に進めるということは、2005年9月19日の6カ国協議に関する共同声明で、一旦は各国が合意していることです。
And the suggestion which is made here in having an integrated and comprehensive steps towards denuclearization and the construction of a peace regime at the same time is indeed what each of the related countries has already agreed upon in the joint statement issued on the occasion of the six-party talks on September 19, 2005.
6項目からなる共同声明では、第1項で朝鮮半島の非核化を、第2項で米朝日朝の国交正常化を含む地域の平和体制の構築を規定しています。
And this joint statement is comprised of 6 main points, the first of which is in relation to denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. The second point, the creation of a regional peace regime, which would include normalization of relations between the US and North Korea and Japan and North Korea.
私はこの文章は依然として北朝鮮問題の解決に向けた最良の外交文書だと考えています。
And I believe that this joint statement is still today the best diplomatic statement we have for resolution of the North Korean issue.
この共同声明に立ち返って解決を図ってほしいと要請しました。
And therefore, within our party's recommendations, our statement, we call for a return to the contents of this joint statement for resolution.
日本人拉致問題についても解決に向けたチャンスが生まれています。
There is also now a chance for resolution of the abduction issue in relation to the Japanese citizens.
要請文には次のように書きました。
And we have written in relation to this within our statement.
この問題を05年の共同声明、02年の日朝平壌宣言に基づいて核ミサイル、拉致、過去の清算、国交正常化などの諸懸案を解決する包括的な取り組みの中に位置づけ、解決を図ることを求めます。
We call for the settlement of the abduction issue in accordance with the 2005 joint statement and the 2002 Pyongyang Declaration, which call for comprehensive resolution of pending issues between the two countries, North Korea's nuclear and missile development, a settlement of contentious historical issues, and normalization of diplomatic relations.
拉致問題を今起こっている朝鮮半島の非核化と地域の平和体制の構築を対話と交渉によって進めようという流れの中に、包括的に解決すべき諸懸案の一つとして位置づける。これが解決の道だと考えます。
And we believe that the path to a true resolution of the abduction-related issue is to include this as one of the points of concern within the comprehensive dialogue and negotiations towards resolution of the issue, which will include the denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula, the creation of a regional peace regime as well.
要請文で提起した第2の点は、実行方法の問題です。
And the next point which we have paid or placed emphasis on within the recommendations is the methods for implementation.
非核化と平和体制の構築は、まず目標として合意されることが望ましいことは言うまでもありません。
First of all, it is needless to say that reaching agreement upon both denuclearization and the creation of a peace regime is desirable.
ただ目標として合意されても、それを一足飛びに実現することは困難だと思います。
However, of course, even if such an agreement is reached, it is very difficult to achieve this or to realize this straight away.
私たちの要請文では、その実行方法にあたっては、合意できる措置を話し合って、一つずつ段階的に実施して目標に近づいていく。段階的アプローチが現実的方法だということを提起しました。
Therefore, we have stated within our recommendations that it is realistic for the countries concerned to take an incremental approach to discuss what measures need to be taken to achieve their shared goals and implement them in a timely fashion.
関係国の間、特に米朝の間には強い相互不信があります。
We believe that this is something particularly for the US and North Korea, but for all of the related countries to pay heed to.
互いに相手を信頼できない。
At the moment, they do not have mutual trust between them.
ここから出発してどうやって前に進むか。
And if you start from this point, how can you move forward?
段階的措置を双方が誠実に実施することによって、相互不信を解消し、信頼醸成を図りながら進む。これ以外にありません。
Therefore, the way to move forward in regards to this is to take an incremental approach with step-by-step measures to ensure that there can be mutual trust and confidence built along the way. This is the only path.
この点についても、05年の共同声明の第5項で、約束対約束、行動対行動の原則に従い、意見が一致した事項について、これらを段階的に実施していくと確認されていることは、極めて重要です。
And it is very important that this point was also included within the 2005 Six-Party Talks joint statement. In the fifth point, it talks about the principle of commitment for commitment and action to action. This is a key principle which must be returned to and confirmed in order to move forward.
国際社会が行っている経済制裁をどうするか。
And so how about the economic sanctions of the international community?
行動対行動の原則で対応すべきです。
This is something which should be responded to with this principle of action for action.
要請文には、この原則に従い、北朝鮮が非核化の意思を表明し、それに向けた行動を取るまでは、国際社会が行っている北朝鮮に対する経済制裁は継続されるべきですと書きました。
Within our recommendations, we have stated that in accordance with this action for action principle, the international sanctions already in place against North Korea should not be lifted unless North Korea expresses its willingness to commit itself to and to act for denuclearization.
北朝鮮が非核化に向けた具体的な行動に踏み出せば、国際社会による経済制裁の見直しが問題になってくるでしょう。
If North Korea were to take concrete steps and actions towards denuclearization, then the international community would reconsider the economic sanctions.
私が強調したいのは、経済制裁はそれ自体が目的でなく、対話と交渉を前進させるための手段として位置づけられるべきだということです。
The point I would like to emphasize is that the economic sanctions themselves are not the goal, the purpose. Rather, they should be positioned or looked at as a tool to make progress in dialogue and negotiations.
そうは言っても、05年の共同声明は実現していないではないかという意見もあるでしょう。
However, of course, there are people who state their concerns that the 2005 joint statement has not been implemented to date.
確かにその具体化の過程で困難に直面し、実を結んでいません。
And it is indeed true that on this path towards resolution, towards implementation, there have been difficulties which have meant these agreements have not been implemented.
私はその原因は行動対行動の原則が守られなかったことにあると考えます。
And I believe that the reason for this is that the action for action principle was not indeed followed by the parties.
基本的には北朝鮮の合意に反する行動が問題ですが、米国の側にも問題がありました。
And fundamentally, it is, of course, the actions by North Korea which go against this agreement which are the key problem. However, at the same time, there are also problems on the side of the United States.
歴史から冷静な教訓を引き出し、今後に生かすことが必要です。
It is important for us to calmly learn from these lessons of history and utilize these in our future steps.
この問題の解決までには、長い時間と大きな忍耐を必要とするでしょうが、この原則を守って目標に近づくことが唯一の方法だと私たちは考えています。
Of course, a great amount of time and patience will be needed for resolution of this issue. However, I believe that the only real way that we can achieve a resolution is to follow these principles and take actions towards this goal.
以上2点が私たちの要請文の中心点です。
So these are the two key points of the recommendations or urges made by the Japanese Communist Party.
要請文はすでに在日大使館などを通じ6カ国の政府にお届けしました。
These recommendations have already been submitted to each of the relevant countries via the related embassies here in Japan.
北朝鮮政府に対しては、ジュネーブの代表部に届けるとともに、朝鮮総連を通じて本国に届けることを依頼しました。
And in regards to North Korea, we have delivered this statement both via the mission to the United Nations in Geneva and also by Chongyong, the General Association of Korean Residents in Japan.
それに加えまして、モンゴルは6カ国協議の参加国ではありませんが、 北東アジアの重要な国であり、大使にお会いしてお届けしました。
And also, while Mongolia is not a member of the six-party talks as such, it is indeed a very important country here in the Northeast Asian region. Therefore, I met with the ambassador of Mongolia here in Tokyo to deliver this statement to him also.
ASEAN 諸国との協力が大切と考え、本日これから議長国のシンガポール大使、ベトナム大使とお会いする予定です。
And the ASEAN countries play a very important role, and their cooperation is key in this regards also. Therefore, later on today, I will be meeting with the ambassador of Singapore, which is currently chairing ASEAN, and also the ambassador of Vietnam.
各国大使公使などとの懇談では、要請文の趣旨に基本的に賛同できるという反応が寄せられています。
In the discussions with the ambassadors and counselors of each of these countries, the response has generally been that they can basically agree with the points set forward in our proposals.
日本に日本共産党のような立場を取る政党が存在し、正論を主張していることは心強いという評価もいただきました。
We have also received the positive remarks that the fact that a party such as the Japanese Communist Party exists here in Japan and is putting forward such logical points is something greatly encouraging.
日本政府については、9日に安倍首相と党首会談を行い、要請文を直接手渡し、その内容を説明しました。
In regards to the government of Japan, on April the 9th, I met together with Mr. Abe as the respective leaders of our parties and directly presented this statement to him personally.
日本政府としても、こういう方向で開始されている対話による平和的解決のプロセスを成功させるために対応してほしいと求めました。
And I also called upon Mr. Abe and the government of Japan to take efforts to ensure that the dialogue process towards peaceful resolution of the Korean Peninsula issue, which is currently beginning, will succeed.
安倍首相は対話による外交的解決を図ることは基本です。要請文はよく検討しますと応じました。
And Mr. Abe, Prime Minister Abe responded that a peaceful or diplomatic resolution of the issue through dialogue is the fundamental point or is the basis, and we will consider this carefully.
安倍首相から要請文に対する異論や反論は一切出されなかったのが印象的でした。
And the fact that there were no points in objection or response negatively from Mr. Abe within this discussion was left a great impression.
率直に言ってこの問題でも安倍外交は大きな破綻に直面しています。
To be very frank, in regards to this issue, Prime Minister Abe's diplomacy, or so-called Abe diplomacy, is facing, well, a great collapse or failure at the moment.
これまで安倍首相は、対話のための対話は意味がない。北朝鮮が非核化の意思と行動を示すまでは対話に応じるべきでない。と繰り返してきました。
Until now, Prime Minister Abe has continued to say that there is no meaning in dialogue for the sake of dialogue, or until North Korea expresses its will and action for denuclearization, we should not participate or respond to dialogue.
対話して圧力一辺倒、そして軍事力行使容認、この立場を、繰り返してきたというのが安倍首相の対応です。
And the consistent or repeated position of Prime Minister Abe to date in regards to this issue has been looking at, putting more pressure, denying dialogue, and also even taking the position of permitting military action potentially as well.
しかし現実は違った方向に動きました。
However, reality is now facing in a different direction.
対話による外交的解決の方向に大きく動きつつあります。
There are great movements now towards resolution of the issue peacefully through dialogue.
安倍外交の破綻は今や明瞭だと思います。
And this is a clear failure of Abe diplomacy.
日本政府にはこれまでの方針の転換と今起こっている対話による平和的解決への積極的コミットが求められているということを強くしておきたいと思います。
I would like to strongly say that the Japanese government must now or should now have a change or shift in its policy as it has been to date, and to also make a proactive commitment to taking steps in relation or committing to the already beginning process for a peaceful resolution through dialogue.
前途には大きな困難も予想されます。
Of course, there will be great challenges on the way.
仮に包括的な目標で合意したとしても、 それを具体化実行していくプロセスは、時間のかかる困難なプロセスになるでしょう。
Even if an agreement is reached towards resolution, of course there will be great challenges and a great amount of time required for the concrete realization of this.
しかし、対話による平和的解決の試みが成功を収めれば、北東アジア地域の情勢は一変します。
However, if a peaceful resolution is indeed achieved through dialogue, this will have an extremely enormous impact on the regional situation in Northeast Asia.
そのために日本共産党として引き続き知恵と力を尽くしていく決意であります。
And therefore, the Japanese Communist Party pledges that we will continue to put all of our efforts and wisdom towards achieving this.
どうもありがとうございました。
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Shi.